Hi everyone, happy Friday. I hope you're really excited to geek out with me today. I know I'm super excited to geek out with you all. So what are we going to do today? Well, before we do that, let's find out how your week has been. Let me know in the chat how your week has been, what were some of your challenges, what were some of your successes. It's always great to see both of those. I know I've had quite a few challenges this week, a lot of client calls, and as I jump between client projects, all those discussions and proposals and those sorts of admin tasks. I haven't had much coding. But some successes is I've got some small new clients coming in, which I can keep you updated about that all shortly as well. And I'm really excited to do some coding. And another plus is Carl's doing some amazing work refactoring our API. So now we're going to make it a lot simpler for people to get involved in our API project, which is going to underpin a lot of our other projects. So for example, today, Francesco was talking on Twitter about having a calendar so our live streams and our Twitter spaces don't clash and people know what's going on. And we've always had the idea that we would have an events calendar where people could add if they're speaking at an event, going to an event, and so forth. So I thought today, why don't we build the front end for that, and then hopefully the backend API will be live soon, and we can just use JSON files for the meantime. So how is everyone doing? Hi, Emma, how you doing? Hi, Misha, thanks for joining. Ayush, Ankit, Dev, you're all ready. Yasin, awesome, always here to support. Really, really appreciate it, everyone. Okay, so this week you started web development this week. Awesome, HTML, CSS on Free Code Camp. Great choice and decision. Now moving towards Bootstrap and Sass. Awesome. Keep going. It gets even more fun from there, but that's great. So awesome to have you all here. I know you're here to all help me with ideas and your questions, and I'm going to get stuck. This is me. So let me share my screen and let's get started straight away. So this is our GitHub org, which hopefully you're all a member of. We have 1.5 people. Hopefully you're one of those 1.5 people. And let's start a new project. I think it's probably a good place to start. So let's start a new repo. I'm going to start right at the beginning. I haven't done anything. So new repo. So I need you all to help with code of conduct, documentation, code. I'm going to be super excited to get all your help. And we're going to get you all lots of green squares today. So I know Hacktoberfest is finished, but as we always say, open source is not just for October. Awesome, yes. Hopefully an open source API as well. Okay, so the repository, what should we call it? So should we call it event calendar? Does that, I know I need to get consistent in my repo namings, but kind of, what do you think? Event calendar? We haven't even got a UI design, but we're going to use React and PrimeReact to keep it consistent with our other projects, but also in the future we could always change it. So it's going to be a small kind of micro front end that could always be changed anyway. We're going to add search. Hopefully you're all going to add search and help me do that. Coders World, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? Awesome to have you here. So event calendar, we can rename it. What do people think in the chat? Let me know. The way I see it is going to list the events, who's the author, who created it, and it's going to be very much like our link-free project, I think, to begin with, and then it will diverge later on. Private? No way. Public, of course. Community events. I could call it community event calendar. Is that more descriptive? Community, that's too long. Community event calendar. I like that. Community event from Twitter spaces to live streams to conferences. You let us know if you're attending, speaking, and so forth. We'll add nothing, keep it completely blank. Let's create the repository. Let's go, and you all start raising issues and get started. So let's have a look. Okay, Event Hub. Oh, Event Hub would have been great. That's quite good. I do like that. Hey Emma, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. How was your Twitter space that you joined? I couldn't join, unfortunately, because I had calls. Sounds good. And then Event Hub. Oh, Event Hub could be quite good. But is it Eddie Hub Community Event Hub? Is it too much hub? Like, are we overusing using the hub? I'm not sure. I'll get started. We can rename it later on, but community event calendar. Yeah, but it's got community in two places as well. Maybe community in there isn't a great idea. I'm going to quickly rename that now. I'll just say event calendar, but everyone let me know your thoughts and see what you think, and we can always change it as well. I know the community came up with a link-free idea, which was an amazing idea for a name. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this. Actually, what we should do first is not clone. Let's create the app. So we've got create. Should we do next? I think we'll just do React, right? We'll just create a React and we'll call it the same name as the. It probably won't let me have capitals. Event calendar. Here we go. So we'll create this app. I think this is good. We might move it to next later on, but we'll just keep it a simple React for now. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Huge topic on finding good workplaces, also Web3. Yeah, finding a good workplace is so important. You don't want to work at a place that you dread going to, so it's really, really important. Great topic. Hey Nitesh, thanks for joining. Okay. What does everyone have planned for the weekend, by the way? Let me know. Are you relaxing more, working more, learning more, or hopefully a balance of everything? We might get joined on the live stream by Francisco. Carl might also join us as well. I'm always keen to have guests on my live stream to give different perspectives. So do share your thoughts and ideas in the chat. Okay, so we're creating the React app. It is almost done. It's going for it. Who uses React here? I'm really new to it. I'm an Angular person, but using React more and more. Okay, so this is the project. So I've gone into that directory. Actually, I'm just going to change the branch because we don't use master anymore. We use main. So we use main. Let's open VS Code. Here we go. And that is, make that a bit bigger for you. It is a standard React app, and we can start it. We can always check the package JSON and how to start it, and it's npm start. So we go npm start. So we should have the project starting over here. Here we go. There we go. Cool. Hey Bishal. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Learning JavaScript this coming weekend. Yes, awesome. Interview next week, so we'll try and prep. Awesome, sounds super exciting. Can you let us know more about it, or is it kind of a secret at the moment? But you'll be awesome. Just be your awesome self. I think you'll do great. If you have any questions or anything we can help with, let us know. Cool, love everyone supporting each other in GitHub. You're awesome. It's an interesting question. I'm actually working on something. Got something in the pipeline to avoid distraction. I'm terrible at this. I get excited by everything moving and shiny. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Oh, notification, let's have a look at that. I'm quite bad. So I do have things coming up. Watch this space. We might have some work sessions, I don't know what the name is, where we all work together, but we work on whatever we're doing. But we then do a certain amount of time, say 25 minutes, and then we have a 5-minute break where we can get a drink or chat with other people about what we're working on, and you kind of do it 25 minutes, because apparently 25 minutes is the optimal time to work. So yes, watch this space, ask me again in a week, and I'll have more information. So Gurav, thank you so much for that question. But join Eddie Hub's Discord, link in the description below, and let's chat between live streams and videos. And there's just definitely going to be some more on this coming soon. Naimam, awesome to have you here. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. You can see I'm already distracted. So here we go. So we got this. But what we're going to do, let's get rid of a lot of stuff that we don't need. So we're not going to have these tests. And if we do have tests, which probably will, we'll use Cypress. That'll be very different. So let's get rid of that one. We won't do the report either. The logo we want to get rid of. We're not going to have that. Index.js, we can get rid of a lot of stuff. Oh, did I want to measuring performance? Actually, report vitals I should have kept, so I can always undo. There are a few things you can do, so who knows what the git command is to get it back. So there are a few things we can do. You can kind of go git checkout source, and we'll keep report vitals. And then when I do a status again, you can see it was deleted, but now it's no longer in the deleted list. So we are good. Okay, it's come back. So we'll keep that one in. What else we're going to get rid of? We'll keep that. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Like I said, we'll use Cypress for automated testing. I love my my gherkin syntax, given, when, then. I find it's really easy for anyone to get involved in the automated testing. I'll show you some of those in link-free in a moment as well. We are going to use link-free as an example. Josh, awesome to have you here. My laptop is not working every day. It works in the morning and stops in the evening. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a pain. If a laptop doesn't work, it's a real pain. Definitely stress me out. I did have some laptop issues as well, which was a little bit annoying. But maybe it's good to take a break. Okay, so what else are we going to remove from here? So we haven't got the logo in the header. So we can remove that. Let's remove everything in the header. Here we go. Let's just get rid of that. We don't need that class name. So we don't need that class name either. Okay, and we haven't got, not using the logo too. So if we, in the header at the moment, we'll put something from PrimeReact in. Oh, that should be a 1 or 2. Let's see, what have we got? Why I keep deleting the H, not the number. Not a good start. Event, community event calendar. And if we save that, we have an error. Oh, I need to restart the app. I didn't start the app yet. npm start. Laptop going slow. What laptop do you have? What operating system are you using? Linux is usually really good at that. Micron strike. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I had an important client call and I tested the setup, right? So I tested the camera, the mic, always 15 minutes before a client call. Actually an important one. And even called a friend on Zoom just to have a quick 5-minute chat to practice it. Then joined the call 2 minutes early and Zoom crashed and wouldn't work. So I restarted the computer and I was 2 minutes late. Zoom still wouldn't work. And I was thinking, oh my word, this is so embarrassing. I tested it out as well. So we all have technical issues. So not just me. Good. Hey Lucy, how you doing? Before you're cooking some lunch, what are you having for lunch? And let us know what you got planned for the weekend. And I hope you had a good week. That's a pretty good computer, so I would have thought maybe this needs a reinstall. I love everyone supporting each other and welcoming each other. Yeah, do chat between people in the chat. Do that. I think that's just awesome. Really, really good. I have put a slight delay on the chat so it just doesn't move too fast. So I can try and keep up with it. Hamid, building an open source community so people in our country aren't aware of open source. Yes, do it. Awesome. Okay. You could auto rename extensions. Is that for VS Code plugin? I used to have that, but then it used to kind of drive me a bit crazy as well, so I kind of removed it. Okay, so we're going to use, we've got this working. Let's just add PrimeReact as well. So if we do prime faces, I do like using this. Again, we can change this later on. This is just something that I'm using at the moment. Spanish omelette. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Always good to have leftovers. So before we do that, I like to do a commit. So let's open a new terminal, update, and I'll do an update later on. So we've got our first part of the project. So let's just do a git add. I think git log. It already did an initial commit. So we can leave it. We don't need to do another commit, but we'll do another commit after we add this. So let's do PrimeReact. So save that. And we should do icons as well. I could have done that in one command, but I'm being lazy, just copying and pasting, and we'll do it in 2. Okay, that's 1, that's 2. And then we do need, this always catches me out, we do need something else. I don't know why they don't have it in their documentation right at the top. Where is it? I don't know. We'll see the error and we'll just install it. There is something. There we go. React transition group. That's a requirement. I don't know why it's so far lower down. Catches me out every time. So let's just install that as well. There we go. And then we'll restart the app. 2. So let's stop that. Restart the app. Okay, and we're going to get some people some green squares actually. So let's start this. I've created the repo. If you can all get some green squares for this. So here's the repo that I've just started that you all saw for those of you who were at the beginning of the stream. Here is the link. So if you create some issues, so we need an issue that says create the React app. and then that'll be one issue. So if one of you can do that, and then the second issue is add PrimeReact. So the second issue is another green square, and then we need to look at the third issue will be to have what's our data structure look like. So we can have a look at our API, and we can look at the data structure, and we can create some example files for that, and then we can start loading those in, or we can just hard code those for now, and we can start laying out the data on the page. So one of the things we need to look at is look at PrimeReact and see what we can do as a layout. I'm guessing maybe a card might be good. So let's have a look. I mean, is a data table going to be too much? Like we may be restrictive. It has got a search, which I think is quite nice built in. Potentially, people can reorder by date, by who it is, because we're going to know when the date of the event, who created it. So yeah, we can have a think. I don't know if a table is probably too much. Maybe we can do a card. So if we go to a card, could we do a card or something? Just do have a look and let us know what you think will be a really good idea to use as well. I wonder if we could do like, I don't know, a graph on when events are happening. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a bar graph. Like, today, the next 3 days, or next week, kind of, how many events are happening tomorrow. It'd be quite interesting to see. And we can split them out, I suppose, into Twitter Spaces, because we'll have types, Twitter Spaces, live streams, and so forth. So have a look through that and let us know. Hopefully people have created some issues. We have one issue. Awesome. Add PrimeReact. Yasin, thank you so much. Awesome. I'm going to do this one now, so I'm going to assign it to myself. And then we're going to get all of you contributing as well. What have I missed? So yes, let's have a look. What did I miss? Let me come back up. Cool. Okay. Any guide for starting open source? Yes. Join my live streams. Join EddieHub. People are always talking about how to get involved in open source. We have like a channel for good first issues, so definitely join that. Looks like you're in the right place already, so that's good. Angular is awesome. Love Angular. I'm using it less and less though now. I'm looking into Next. I like it how it's got Next has got the backend built in, like a kind of a small lightweight backend built in, so that's quite interesting. Okay, cool. Answer that question. I think I've everything is okay. What did I miss? Petition to call DJ called DJ had, but that's the name for the project. Yeah, it's been, thank you very much, Mohan. It has been a long week. Changing clients as a freelancer is always tough. I do have some great videos coming out in the next couple of weeks in terms of how to get into freelancing, and then I want to do another one on the pros and cons, because when you have shorter clients, it can be quite fun, but it's more tiring as you're switching between projects, context switching, all those sorts of things, and doing more of the admin, invoicing, and then trying to propose new projects or bids for new projects, or however you want to do it, strategies and so forth, with that new client. So yeah, bit tired about that, but always good fun and exciting. Can't wait to share it with you all. No, it is not possible to deploy Kubernetes cluster on Heroku, as far as I know anyway. Yeah, I got a course, 50-hour course on that. Okay, so we've got PrimeReact. Do we have a second? We've got some 4 issues. Okay, so create a React app. Brilliant. I'm going to say this is done. Thank you very much for creating. I will close it, but you will get a green square. Okay, so what we're going to do is I can do a commit on that actually now. So if I do a commit, but I won't include the package because that includes the PrimeReact stuff, which is in a separate thing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to commit everything in source and say React app. I'm going to use the issue number. This is so we can create a change log on GitHub Actions and then do a release and deploy to our Kubernetes cluster for EddieHub. So it's number, I want to pick 1, I want to pick 4 because it had a bit more of a description in it. So yes, remember, always give context. So that's 4. That's done. And if you see the package files haven't been touched yet, because that's where we added PrimeReact, I'm going to do that in a separate commit. So duplicate of 4. I know 3 came first, but I've started making a decision to do it so that not the first one we kind of keep open or use, but it's the one with more context. But thank you very much for raising. You still get the green square, I'm not taking that away from you. And create app is assigned to me. And if I push this up, did we add a remote? We didn't add the remote yet. Let me add the remote. Then it will have that commit assigned to it. So git remote, oh, can't spell. Let's clear this and make it a bit simpler. Git remote, add origin, and add that. And now if we do a git push to main, you can see if I refresh this, you can see it's done. There are 2 commits. Oh, my commit should be signed. That's interesting why it's not. Should be signed. Okay, so now we can close the create at React one because that's been done. Okay, awesome. What else? Add PrimeReact. Okay, so we've got a couple of these as well. Yasin and Nitesh as well. Okay, cool. So let's do that. We've added the npm. Oh, Emma, so you're a Next.js expert. So when are you going to join me on a live stream and help me get started with some of our projects in Next? Let me know. It'd be always awesome to geek out with everybody. Is Java helpful in open source? Oh, not the wrong one. Open source is helpful in everything. Actually, Java was one of the original ones in open source. It was it's still very big. Yeah, Spring is really awesome. Yeah, the next routing is very, very good. Did we create the app with Vite? What's Vite, Mohan? Let me know. Okay, so what I was going to do was finish off adding PrimeReact, so we can put some components on the screen. So the other thing that's said to do in the documentation is to add the imports of these. So you've got your theme, you can make your own themes. I'm just picking the default one. So if I hit save, and let's actually bring something up on the page and make sure it works. I'll probably break something, but let's have a look. So what's the first thing we need? I mean, a card or something would be quite good. Where was card? I want to add search and stuff like that, but data table, I don't think so. Probably a bit too much. Where was card? I did see that somewhere. You know what? I'll just use the search card. So let's have a look and we'll grab one of these. So let's just grab this card. Here we go. And let's plonk it on the page. Save that. It should restart. Okay, let's start again. Oh, it broke. Oh no, it's still reloading. We're okay. Still spinning. There we go. I think we're good. No, can't resolve PrimeFlex CSS. We did install it. Or did I miss any steps? Let me go back to getting started and see what I missed. Me trying to watch the chat and work at the same time. I suppose it's always helpful having 2 people on the live stream. I installed Prime icons, I think. I'm pretty sure I did. Then you can import the components. We didn't import the component. That would definitely not help. I think that's it. Yes, I didn't import the component, so that's probably definitely not going to work. But I did say there's a CSS issue. So let me just import that card component, and then we can take it from there. So if we go down to documentation, import PrimeReact card. So that would have made more sense. I want to do this underneath here. Okay, let's have a look. What have I missed? I bet one of you have noticed it in the chat as well. Okay. Vite is a bundler and packager. It's like Webpack, but much faster. I kind of use the vanilla stuff. I'm not a huge fan of customizing and tweaking all these things anymore. I used to be when I had more time, but now I just want things to work. So yeah, I don't kind of get too much into it. Yeah, so Gaurav is right. We used the create React app command. Awesome. I hope I can convince you to come on a live stream with me, Emma, as well, because then you must know React quite well as well. So that's cool. Would you like to use multiple branching for developing a React app? Yeah, we will always do feature branches, bug fix branches, and just then merge into main once the PR has done. If Eddie hosts a talk, has to give away green square giveaway always. Everyone gets a green square. Get the reference. Oh, I get it from somewhere. You might have to tell me. NodeMon, I don't think I need NodeMon for the React app. It automatically restarts. But you're right, for API stuff, it is very, very useful. VJ's got all the jokes and answers today. I just can't. Everyone gets a green square. Where's that from? Yeah. I mean, Node.mon can be used for front end. It depends what you're building. If you're using, if you're doing it like, I don't know, not using like a library or a framework that has it automatically built in. I think it was Oprah. Because there's animated GIF, right? I think. Do some tutorials on testing components. Yeah, I'm not too a huge fan on unit testing. Well, it's obviously very important, but I like end-to-end testing a lot more because you can't cover everything, but you can do more of the user testing, which is important. I think it's end-to-end testing first, then unit testing second, rather than the other way around, because you can have unit tests that pass, but the app doesn't work. So that's why I see that the first focus is end-to-end testing, which we have. And if we get time today, we can add it as well. But we'll see how time goes. You know me, I'm always yapping away too much. Okay, so did this work? Question. So cannot resolve prime flex. Pretty sure that's it. Prime flex CSS. That's what they said in their docs. What have I done wrong? Just go back to the beginning and find out. I think it was backer page. Oh, they changed the positions, the name prime. Okay, I think they've changed it to PrimeReact resources themes. What did I have? I did PrimeReact resources themes. I installed Flex, and I added Flex, but I didn't install it yet. We probably will need Flex, but let me just leave it out for now. I didn't do the npm install. Okay, I'm feeling lucky. This time is going to work. Thanks all for being patient. This is what development's about. Okay, let's start it again. This time, I know it. It's still loading. Don't get upset yet. It hasn't broken yet. Oh, it did break. It's a different error, I'm pretty sure though. Can't resolve React transition group. But I did install it. What did I miss with that one? Let me see. I did install that. What did I miss? I don't know. What did I miss? Module cannot be found. Let's check. I did just kind of click it and not read the doc, so let's just check. It was down here, wasn't it? Where is it? It's live. Of course something's going to go wrong. Here we go. So in addition to components for Prime icons, you need React transition group for animations. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we installed that. We can check our package.json. I installed the types. I didn't install the actual library. It's doing that too fast. I just grabbed the first thing that I saw. That's for TypeScript. Not very good. Okay, to address many issues. Okay, this has all changed since I last used it. So let's have a look. That's a lot of downloads. Wow. Okay, so let's go to the project. It'll be very similar as well. But yes, I installed the types, which I don't need. So actually we can get rid of that because we're not doing TypeScript as much as I love TypeScript, trying to keep it simple for everybody else. Okay, I don't want to clone the repo, main documentation. Let's have a look. Here we go. This is what we want. Okay, we got there eventually. So save that. I bet someone's written that in the chat already. Yes, it's the GIF. I thought it was I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I thought I remember seeing the GIF. I made a video on Kubernetes. I do have one. Check it out on my channel. It was made maybe like 6 months ago. How to get started on Kubernetes on DigitalOcean, get it up and running in like 5 minutes. And that's what we use for our EddieHub apps that all hosted in our EddieHub Kubernetes cluster. And all our apps, you will see that if I go to our organization, let's have a look. All our apps are, so if I pick, I don't know, the API or the bot, doesn't really matter. They all create a container. So if I go to the Actions tab, they create a release. So these releases are created, and you'll see that from the page here. So you can see the releases and the changelog. So these releases are created. So this was a bug fix, for example. That's why it bumped from 0.6 to 0.7. But then when you do a feature, it does a minor bump. So therefore, so boys to the block list, not that one. This one, sorry, features dork to the block list. I probably should have gone in as a fix, my mistake. but that went from 16 to 17 because it's a feature. So that's generated automatically by GitHub Action. And then also a container is created from that release. Therefore, we have packages. And that's containers created, and we push it to GitHub container registry, which is just like Docker Hub. And then from that, we also deploy to our Kubernetes cluster, which I think is that in the release. Let's just check. It's just YAML config. You can copy and paste this and use it for your own projects. So we have the release. The release you just saw. So literally, you can copy and paste this. And they don't think you need to customize it, I think. And the Docker part is we run the build, make sure that the code works. We run the tests. And then it needs a line break in there, actually, because it's a different job. But to make it clear, just like we have down here with the deploy. So we push to the registry. Again, a lot of this can be copied. And then we deploy to our Kubernetes cluster. Here you can see underneath as well. So that all happens on GitHub Actions. And I highly recommend it for your projects. So if we go to one of these, you can see how it does it. And it deploys to our Kubernetes cluster. So you can see that as well. Okay, right. We need to get all of you some more green squares, actually. Green squares, everybody. Let's just see if that worked. I'm pretty sure it did. There we go. It worked. Okay, so we've got our title and we've got our card. Doesn't look great, but we're just getting started. So let's see. But hopefully that answers your question, Mohan. And we'll be doing some more live streams on Kubernetes and containers as well with some guests too. Yeah, GitHub Actions is freaking amazing. Never knew we could do end-to-end first, then unit test. Yes. Again, just a quick side note. Sorry for everyone. We are going to do a quick side note. If we look at the link-free project, again, that has end-to-end testing. Our API uses the same style of end-to-end testing, but what's driving it underneath is different. So, for example, here we go so if we go for the homepage, for example, this is how we write our tests. Homepage loads all users. And then so scenario is opening the homepage. So I open the homepage. I see contributing text in the section footer, basically at the bottom. So this is testing kind of the front end stuff. This is the search, for example. So these automated tests are written in plain English with the given, then, when syntax. So I've got three kind of scenarios here. The first one is open the homepage and the search section has appeared because this is the search feature file. Then we search with results, so we do some checks. So we see Eddie, then we see Kunal. But when we type Eddie in the search, we should see Eddie, but we should not see Kunal. And then we do a similar one, but the negative, which is there's no result. So I see Eddie, I search for A, B, C, D, and then I expect to see no users message, like no users found, and I expect not to see Eddie anymore. So that's that test. But to prove to you, but you can use the Cucumber on the API as well. If we go to our API tests, you can do something very, very similar. If we go to our features, on the pick calendar, for example, it looks slightly different, but it's just the flexibility of Cucumber. We can say, given I'm authorized with writing permissions. Again, this is going to simplify a lot because we're simplifying the authentication on our API. I make a post request to that endpoint with this data underneath. And the response should be, so we expect to get a document ID back. And then if I authorize with reading now, then I should be able to make a request to get that resource and I expect a 200 back. And you can do different things like that should fail as well. So you can always do negative tests, which is really important. So I try to update an event with the wrong author. So I'm not like the owner of the data. Then here we expect a 400. Author doesn't match, like you don't own that data. So we have that to most of our, we add automated testing and automated deployment, all the rest to most of our projects. We try and follow best practices where we can. Okay. Let's have a look. Gaurav, thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I really appreciate it. So I'm a bit slow on the chat today. Okay. Let's have a look. I don't do Web3. I don't follow the hype. So that's not for me, but enjoy learning that. Lots of hype on that at the moment. I do have some Docker and some Kubernetes videos on my channel, but not a lot. So Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Yes, you can add a Docker file to the project. Create an issue first, get that green square, then add a Docker file to the project. You can look at the link-free one. It will be exactly the same. So actually, I can share that with you. We're going to be using link-free project as a basis for this. So if you look at the Docker file, it will look something like that. And pretty much exactly the same, actually. We want the version, so we know what version is deployed. So every time it's deployed, we can see in the browser. Like if I go to linkfree.eddyhub.org. These are all our users. If I just filter by Eddy, you can see this is the version at the bottom, and that's always updated on every deployment. If I go to mine, this is my unique URL. You can all get your own unique URL as well. So add yourself to this, and then you can add the links that you want people to find you on. So yes, do that as well. That's our link-free project. Okay, so it's now working. We know it's working. That's good. What should we add next? So I can close this package.json now. We've got this working. I'm going to do it all in one component for simplicity, but I want to allow you to kind of break it up and get some more green squares. So yes, but yes to the Docker file. Awesome. I don't play Minecraft, but you're right. It's full of green squares. Oh, Vijay, I'm glad it helped, and hopefully it sounds interesting to you. It's really easy to set up. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Carl, if you want to jump on the live stream and geek out with me, let me know. I can send you a link. I'm always happy to have you on a live stream. So yes, awesome. Okay, right. And Carl's the one who got me into PrimeReact. So Carl, what do you think is a good, is a card a good one to try and lay out the data? But let's actually get the data first. So if someone can create, have we got an issue for this? We didn't issue for data structure. Oh, we do. Perfect. Okay, let me tidy up some of the others. Add PrimeReact and add PrimeReact. Let's close these ones. Let me commit this. That is now done. And let's commit this. So git add all of them. I want to stage them so you can see they're staged. And then we'll do a commit and we'll say feature PrimeReact. Oh, can't spell prime. PrimeReact. Let's have a look. And that was, we've got one, I just used 1 and 2. So we'll do number 1. And I can push that up for all of you to have access to that already. We're going to need some stuff in the README, so people feel free to add stuff to the README, and also sign that to myself, close. Yes, documentation in the README, any ideas? Thank you, duplicate of 1. Okay, awesome. Yeah, sure, Carl. It's pretty relaxed stream today. So, whenever you're free, jump in. And then whenever you need to go, you can just jump out as well. And Emma, are you still here? Emma is a React expert. Emma, you're always welcome to join us on the live stream as well. Okay, data structure. So let me assign this one to me. Let's see what we're going to have. What should we have for our data structure? So this is where I have to check probably the API. But what we can do is I'll just create it in here for now. But we will definitely have to move this out to individual files per event, and then we'll do a HTTP request to it. Or in fact, we can even just do that straight away to begin with. Let me have a think. Let's do it here now and get something displayed, and then we can change it. Wait, Git references the issue X? Yes. So loving all these questions, everyone. Really great questions. I take so many things for granted, so I'm glad you're letting me know that I'm making assumptions. So this is really good. So keep your questions coming, because if you're thinking of those questions, I bet you somebody else is. And everyone, if someone asks a question and you know the answer, write a reply in the chat. It helps you stand out. And if we both answer it, that's also fine. Don't worry, we'll say it in different ways, and different answers, the way they're said, will help other people. So yes, if I go to that closed issue, then when I do a commit, here we go, you can see it's tied to the issue. And then also, if I go to the link-free project, not only is it tied to the issue, when the release is created, people can click on it and it goes to the issue as well. So this was a bug fix. They added, it's not a bug fix, we're logging bug fixes for people adding their profiles to the link-free project. So it wasn't broken. But then here you get the commit, the hash, you can go straight to it, but also you can go straight to the pull request or the issue as well. And you can see this is the pull request where discussion was made. So you can see how the work got there. So yeah, highly recommend tying everything together. But hopefully that helps. Not sure what the really was for. You have to give some context on that one. I'm glad it's helping. Awesome. Thanks all. How is my green square today? Mine's doing pretty good, I think. We'll see. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Got a few. I want to get all of you more green squares. So, right. So we've got this. Let's do our data structure. Okay. So I'm actually going to do it here. So let's just, I don't know, say const, and we'll say events. And I almost wrote some TypeScript there, but we'll keep this in JavaScript. So in the events, what do we need? So we're going to, thank you, Copilot. Title. Okay, title's good. What else have they given us? Start date. Okay. Oh, we need a comma at the end. Probably an end date. End. Probably date. I mean, the fields would be better start. We could nest it as an object, maybe date and then start and end. What do you all think? How do you all prefer your data? So we could say date, and then we could go as an object. We could say start. I don't know how it is in our API. We'll have to check and see, so we don't create more work. So what else? So if you want more issues, everyone, stick around. I'm going to get you some more green squares for issues, and we're going to get you coding for pull requests. Remember, code of conduct, if you go to the Insights tab and you see community, we don't have a code of conduct, so please add one. Add a contributing file, check some of our other repos in the EddieHub org. We need a license. MIT is the one we use. Again, check reference other projects in the EddieHub org, and issue templates, again, you can grab from EddieHub org. And you can also, other projects in the EddieHub org. And also GitHub Actions, right? We want issues with labels. There's an GitHub action for that. Check out the actions in our other projects. Let's keep them all synced and the same. Time and time zone. Oh, yes. Time zone. Emma, thank you so much. I forgot about time zone. Really, really important. Emma, also, when are you joining me on a live stream as well? You can always come and help. Okay, so time, start, end. Yeah, so we need time and time zone. So maybe just, would I do time like this, start and end as well? So therefore it would be, I don't know, something like, would it be 24-hour clock? What do we think? And I don't know, 10, and then we would have time zone in here. So I'm GMT, so I'm just going to leave it as GMT. What do we think? Description, definitely need a description. Hey Nick, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. How is everything with you? Yes, description definitely. So maybe, let's have a look. Under here we can go description, and we'll just do a string. Copilot, help us with a description. No? Okay, event description. I need something a bit longer than that. I want to be really bad. Duplicate this like this. That's so bad. But we'll have a proper event shortly. Okay. What else do we need? So we've got title, date, the author. Like who created it? Author. So in this case, this was me. I'm really not liking how it's in this one file at the moment. Okay. What else do we need? Oh no, I haven't seen Tom Scott. I actually met Tom Scott a couple of years ago at VidCon in London. I got a photo with him as well. He's such a down-to-earth guy. He was a coder, which is, I'll have to check out that video. Awesome. A great description. Emma, you're welcome. Please come and join me on the live stream. You can help. You're always, fixing my stuff on live streams. It was so much easier if you just joined. Type. Yes, that's like so important because we want to like filter and group things together. Perfect. So we'll do author. We'll do type first. I like type first. Like it feels to me that type is kind of like the most important thing. So yes, thank you so much. I definitely need help. So thank you all for helping. So Twitter space. And then maybe we can put a comment in. This could be YouTube Live. We might want to, I guess, do we want to separate if it's a Twitch or a YouTube? Do we care, or do we just say a live stream? Stuff like that we'd have a think about and see. Host of the event, Lucy. Yes. Okay. Yes. Who's got the author? And maybe who is the host. Okay, so in this case we'll put Nick. Oh yes, location. So yes, we'll need a URL. I was thinking this for virtual, but actually maybe we need to separate virtual and in person with a type. Well, not a type, we've already got a type, but maybe location. Location could be, if you say virtual, well, it'll always have a URL, right? Because even if it's in person, you still have a website to, sign up and register. So I think location, but we could say maybe virtual, so we could filter by virtual. But then would it be like London, UK, and then if it's virtual, it doesn't really matter. We need to have a think about that and see. Let's put London ? Let's have a think about that and see. Let me know what you all think. We've got the host. What else do we think of? We all need a URL. So we will need a URL. We will just put something like Eddie Hub for now. .org. Oh, need a. If you ever need a reminder, that is an event description setting tells us. Yeah. So we got link now. I think we're good. Thank you for that. Calendar embed link. What's a calendar embed link? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Look, maybe location, have the type and URL. Okay, that could be quite good. Have it as an object. That's a good idea. Like this. So we could do type virtual, and then if it's virtual, it needs a URL. It will always have a URL though. I'm not sure. Let me know in the chat what you think. It would definitely be a good idea to have some sort of, people can get like a download so they can download that later. But we'll probably have to add that later because there might be some library we need to use for that. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, got you. Is it a special link? How does it work? Okay, it won't necessarily have a URL though. So do we need to add a field for calendar embed? Is that how it works? Type, so location, I don't know. It could be or, I suppose, right? Location, address. So if it's a physical one, then that would be London. Is that how we would do it? I'll have a think, write in the chat, and let me start bring some of this up on the page, and we can then see how it looks. So what we've got title, so we can, I don't know if we're going to continue using this, but we'll start using it for now. So this is an array, so we can loop over this and see. I don't even know if we're going to continue using card. So let's. Oh, nice! I didn't realize you could do that. That's very, very cool. Yeah, that's really, really helpful. Really, really nice. Yeah, if I'm planning an event for my local school, I'm not going to publicize a website. Okay, yeah, I suppose. But then we wouldn't put it on here in the first place if they don't want to publicize. The whole point is to get a bit more, I suppose, eyes on it. Virtual URL location will be the maps link. True. Maybe a bit unpopular, but I'd store UTC. We should probably store it, UTC, and then the browser will change it. That's a good point. Let's see, where did I put it? We store everything as UTC. Could have a think about that and see. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say events. And we're going to, I've got to remember my React stuff now. Map over it, and we'll say event. Oh, go away, can't see. I think I can do a normal bracket, and I think it should then loop over the other one. One more bracket, I think, and then a bracket like that. Is that correct? No. What's wrong with my brackets? Oh, 1 second. Okay, we can just do it as a return then if it prefers. Where's my bracket? I bet someone's fixing it in the chat for me. Let's be under one div. Ah, yes. I forget about that with React. Okay. I miss Angular sometimes. I know Nick's going to back me up on this. So I did learn that you could do something like, how's the best way? I think it will automatically be under one div. You can do like an empty bracket as well. So we've got that, and then we can do div like that, I think. Oh no, I don't want to loop around the header. What am I doing? This is really stupid. I've made a bit of a boo-boo over this, haven't I? Let me take that card out. I've messed that up. Here we go. So that should be the header like so. And then we'll do it. Again, we'll do it under another section. And there's footers. We'll split that. I'm going to let all of you split this out later on. So let me loop over this now. So events.map event. And hopefully I can get it right second time. Close that bracket, and close that bracket. And then if I save it, it should reformat it. Perfect. And then here we can go event dot, I think we call it title. And subtitle could be the type maybe, for now anyway. We might have like some badges or something. So event dot type. And then content will be, we need to do something obviously a lot nicer in here, but we could just have it as a description for now. Okay, let's see. And yes, I can do that. That bit I do remember. I just forget to have it all under one element. So thank you very much. Angular is love. Parent component. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate the help and support. Really appreciate it. Perfect. Thank you. And what did I miss? Nothing but too much. Yeah, date, time zones, all such a pain. A dashboard to sorts for event. We definitely want to filter stuff as well. We want to filter types, location, time zones, and all the rest as well. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks pretty ugly. Let's get a bit better at that. Let's see, what can we do? Again, I want to harness a lot of PrimeReact stuff. So are cards the right thing to do? We did briefly look at tables, but I don't know if tables are a good thing because you can't get their long description. But you could click on it, do a modal. Let's see. What have we got? I do have. This isn't on the card. So, oh no, it's not on the card. Here we go, card. They have just a few examples. They've got buttons at the bottom, which is cool. So they have the card. They have two cards here, okay. And then they have the footer as well. So what other information we need to display? Let's maybe get all the information displayed on the page, and then we will see how we can organize it and see. We might even not use a card going forward. Let's see. So let's try and get that. So we've got the type. So if we see that, it just says it's Twitter space. We could probably use like a pill or something or badge for that. Author is probably like a lower priority, but we've got title, date and time, really important. So let's get that up on there as well. Maybe the date and time should also come in here too. Actually, maybe the date and time should replace the subtitle, actually, I think. Oops, go away. And how did we do it? We did date, start and end. So we could do something like date, start. We probably want the time in there as well. So what I might do, I might just do the start. I'm going to let one of you make that be a start dash end, including the time, I think. So let me see. That should now work. There you go. So it's not very pretty. I'm going to let one of you do that. So let me commit and push this up, and then one of you can get some more green squares. So let's have a look. Git commit. And we do have an issue for this, and this was issue number 5. So let's say it's a feature, example data, and it's 5. If I push that up, then you should all have that in the repo as well. And remember, make small PR changes so we don't all end up with lots of conflicts. Don't try and do loads of reformatting everything in one. VJ, thank you so much for joining and being so active in the chat. Really appreciate it. I will catch you later. Okay. Right. What else have we got? So, okay, I'm going to close this one because if I refresh it, oh shit. Here we go. Refresh the wrong tab. I thought I refreshed StreamYard. that was close. VJ with all the puns. There we go. So you can see my commit has appeared. So I'm going to close that, and you've got your green square. Awesome. What else have we got here? Quick start guide. Yep. Someone please add that. Docker file. Yes. Who's going to add that? And we need another issue. Someone can raise an issue to add some GitHub actions, but raise an issue for each action. So we need one for labels. We need one for releases. We need one for deployment. Loads of green squares for you all. I know Nick has probably got way too many green squares. So let's have a guess how many green squares Nick has got today alone. And remember, it's probably like 10 o'clock in the morning in Nick's time. Nick, by the way, in 1 week's time, yeah, a week tomorrow, Nick, our time zones are kind of going to change. Okay, the time zone itself is not going to change, but in terms of when we collaborate, I always work in the evening and it's in the morning for Nick. But from next, probably Sunday, by the time I land and check into the hotel, it's going to be, Nick's going to be working in the evening and it's going to be my morning because I'm jumping 8 hours ahead even further. So I'll be 16 hours ahead of Nick. So I think it's going to be the other way around. I'm guessing Nick has about 30 for today. Let's see. 5. Oh, that's close. It is very early for Nick in the morning, so we'll give Nick a chance. But okay, take yesterday's one. 5 as well yesterday. Okay, Nick must have been working quite hard. Nick has 414 followers on GitHub, everyone. Remember, Nick writes Beckerbot. Let's get Nick to 500. Go follow Nick. Okay. Carl can Gitpodify it. Awesome, Carl. Sounds good. Yeah, that would be good, but I'd be keen to do it on the live stream as well. I know you came on last time when you Gitpodified a project. I can't remember which project it was. But it'd be great to see it on the live stream, or maybe I could do it. No, you could do it, and I can learn. I've forgotten how to do it. I don't do. I don't do GSOC. Yeah. I'm probably don't know much about that. Probably not best to. I can bring a guest on who can help with that. But no, Carl, if you can't come on the live stream, feel free to Gitpodify it right now. Other people can start using it maybe. So sounds good. This is the week where everything messed up. You're recovering from Hacktoberfest. That's what it is. I have a whole playlist on Git commands. Well, on the main ones that you need anyway. If I go to playlists, we have one. I can share that in the chat. It's a bit old. I think it's like a year or two old, but it still makes sense. So you can see I have most useful Git commands. And what else do I have? I don't know why they're saying the same titles. They're actually different videos. How to resolve conflicts and how to update your project from a fork. So that's the playlist that you need for it. I'm not aware of Android stuff. We do have people in the GitHub community that do Android. So do join. We've got Layal and a few other people. They also use Kotlin as well. So do come and chat to them too. You'd be in. Should I send you a link, Carl? Let me know. Oh, yes. Neon, thank you so much. We do need a key. Do you want to raise an issue as a bug and raise a pull request for that? Then you can get like 3 green squares. It'll be issue green square, commit green square, pull request green square. And remember, everyone else, if there are pull requests, remember to review the pull requests. Cool. Let me raise some issues, everyone. I gave you quite a few, so hopefully that's going to increase. 3. Only 3 issues. Come on, we've got like 5 GitHub actions. We've got code of conduct. We've got so many things. Raise some issues, everyone. Get some green squares while I invite Carl to the stream as well. So we'll copy that over. Let's have a look. Discord's right over here. There we go. Hopefully that's the right one, Carl. Awesome. Okay, so what else do we have? Let's see. So yes, don't forget the date. The other issue is the date. So if someone can do a start and end date, including the time in the subtitle, I think they're quite good. What else can we include? So that would be the time and the date taken care of. And then the author we've got, I think we haven't. So we could put it in, the author we haven't got yet. Someone can add that and the location. But I still think now we can maybe look at the PrimeReact. Oh, let me see if Carl has come on. Not yet. Okay. Santosh, how you doing? Hope all is well. Everyone, Santosh is another YouTuber, another GitHub star. Awesome to have you here. Thanks for joining. No, you don't have to join our Discord if you don't want to. It's only if you want to collaborate with other people between live streams and videos. Let's bring Carl up as well. Carl, how you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm glad it's weekend.
So you can get some more open source coding done, right?
Yes, I'll have a quite full list for this weekend.
Carl is doing loads of awesome work on our API. Yes, look at that green squareness. What happened here, Carl? What happened in April?
I stumbled across GitHub, to be honest.
Yes, green squares for everybody. Perfect. And you've got one for today. You got two already for today. Okay, perfect.
Yes, but awesome. my diamond for this month looks a bit strange. I haven't any merged PRs so far.
You need to do some more.
Work in progress still, because I was doing some bigger refactorings for GitHub, for example, and it's still on a staging branch.
Oh yes, so that will all update once it gets merged in. Yes, you're right, that will. And Carl has 119 followers. Let's get that to 150. I'm just sharing Carl's link in the chat as well. And Carl has a lot of awesome stuff with our API and always adds Gitpods to our projects as well. So you can kind of click really easily and work on the project. So if someone can raise an issue to add Gitpod to the project, then that's a green square for you. Let me refresh the page. I really hope this goes up from 3. Like I'm hoping at least it's 6. It's 5. Okay, we're close. We're getting there. I know it's Friday. You're probably all quite tired. For me, it started in October. How can I be consistent like Carl? I would suggest little and often, but maybe Carl can share some thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, that's probably the key. Just try to be consistent. It's a long run. It's not a sprint.
Exactly. Carl, you know PrimeReact really well. So instead of a card, could you think of something else might work better for our events? Do you have any thoughts or ideas on that?
Let me have a look at the PrimeReact website.
Like I think
I wonder if they don't have a calendar component.
And they have a table component, but I don't know if table would work so well. I don't know what everyone thinks. Oh, Matt, this has got some pretty cool features on the table.
You can go to FullCalendar React. Just go to the search bar and type calendar.
Oh, FullCalendar. Here we go. Whoa! Did not know that they had that. Holy moly!
If it's from PrimeReact, because if you take a look at the first sentence in the docs, it might be some a third-party package. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not.
But I think if it's in the docs, I think it's the recommended calendar from PrimeReact.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That is very, very cool. And then can you click on it to get more information? Is that how it works?
I don't know. I never used this component before.
Okay. I do like this. This is pretty cool. Maybe we use it later. I don't want to default view, right, month, default date. It would have that as today, header and stuff. And then you have to get the data in as well. So events, right, okay. And events, they're getting from event service. Okay. So is there another file we can look at? Here we go. If I go to here, let's have a look. This is their example. And where's event service? Oh, here it is, over here. Okay, and event service. Oh, I didn't know people use service in React. That's one thing I really missed about Angular, was that they didn't have services. They have an ID, title, and a start date. And they've also got some that span over a couple of days. See, that's pretty cool. Like, it goes over like for multiple days. Long event, start and end. Oh, this is pretty cool. Well noticed for this. I think it's going to work quite well. What does everyone think in the chat? Let us know. Let's see. Sashi, awesome to have you here. I love the thumbnail. Thanks. I wasn't sure if people think it was a bit of a weird thumbnail, me cooking something up, but thank you all. Really appreciate it. I don't know. What do you think, Carl? Should we try this? We might have to change our data slightly.
Yes.
No, we got started.
Maybe it's worth giving it a try. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see.
What I experienced so far with PrimeReact, it never was that hard to get the components up and going.
That's true. Yeah, it always just works, which is why I really like it. So we're not going to we won't use effect just yet. Obviously, we want to move these to JSON files and then to our API. But for the moment, we'll keep it simple. So what we could do here, they have initial date, initial view, and they have plugins. Okay. And we could try with the documentation. I think has the simplest one to get started. Let's try it. Let's see. So let's install FullCalendar. Let's see how it's going. We're all going to learn something new today. Install that. And then is base. So install the plugins that you require. Day grid, time grid, and interactive. Okay. Let's give that a go. This could be quite interesting. Okay, I was really excited before, but now I'm even more excited. Like, this is pretty cool. I've never really done a calendar before, so I'm quite excited. Okay, and then we'll do interaction. I do want interaction, so hopefully we can add some interactions to that.
There was a huge discussion on Twitter today about the calendar thing.
Oh, really? Oh, with Francesco?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I got I think nearly 30 notifications on this discussion.
Sorry, I tagged you near the top and the discussion just carried on. Yeah, so Francesco will hopefully join and say hi in a bit. Emma's supporting. Emma, thank you so much. Great idea. Okay, looks great. So thank you. Aditya, hi, how you doing? You're late. What time did you call this? We've got some support. Oh no, I've given away my secret of PrimeReact that I got from Carl, so it wasn't a secret. But yeah, no, I'm glad you like it. Diganta, how did I pronounce your name right? I think it's pretty cool. And they have it for Vue and other stuff as well. Okay, so I should have installed those. Okay, so I wonder if I can just cheat. And okay, I might just do this, right? Copy FullCalendar. Where are their options? They've put options up here. Okay, so let me copy their options as well. Editable, true. I don't know if I want that, but let's see. So I'm going to put the options at the top. And then I'm going to copy this, but we're going to have to change the data slightly for the start and end time. We'll put it, not event, where is it? Here, we'll put it, I might comment this out for now, and then just put it here. So we've got events, we have to change slightly. Let's see. And I've committed it, so we can always get it back if we need, but I think they called it start and end. Let me check. Where is it? Oh, when you click it, handle the click. So we could bring up an overlay or something. So, okay, we'll do that shortly. So if I look at their data, their structure, it just says start and end. Okay, so let's remove this to just say start and end. There we go. So I think that should work. I say editable, we'll say false. Month, default date 2017. Now we'll want, I could just go new date, right? I think that would work.
It depends if it needs to be a string, I think, but you
yeah, okay. I don't know how smart it is. Let's see how smart it is and see if it, oh, I need to restart the app because I did npm install. I don't know if I must need to include something. I bet you I forgot to include something, didn't I? On documentation. Probably need to include it in the project. Okay, so card we'll remove and put calendar. Right, not defined. Oh, I probably need to include those as well.
Bring in the
yes,
plugins. Yeah, exactly.
I always forget these things. Angular always includes it for me. Like when you type it, it automatically brings stuff in. So I'm a bit lazy. Okay, that I might actually just delete that code I commented out as we remove the import of the card. Oh, loads more errors now. Please
Did you forget an input?
Must have done.
You need to put the calendar import above the plugin import.
Ah.
Oh,
other way around. Maybe other way around. Let me check. No, they did put it first. I kind of skim read the documentation. And FullCalendar 4.0 in PrimeReact 6.4 FullCalendar is deprecated now. Oh, damn it! I should read the writing in bold at the top. And full theme support for React library in this way. Aim to use. Okay, so which version are we using? Let me just check. 5. Okay. I think we're okay. We done the imports. PrimeReact provides full theming support for FullCalendar. That's a bit confusing. They're saying it's deprecated, but then they say they do support it.
Let me have a look at it.
Anyone notice anything? What have I busted?
We could do a live share if you want.
Oh yes, great idea. Really good idea. Love live shares. Let me share this. Live share. Share. I think I should have you on the list already. Here we go. Carl. Invite by email. No, that's just too slow. Copy link. Let me send it over to you and I'll read the chat and see if people have already answered the question. Let's have a look. I pronounced it right. Okay, cool. Thank you. If you use React with TypeScript, it will include React as well. It's more of a TypeScript feature. I love TypeScript, but I think it scares a lot of people off, so I'm leaving that off for our projects. But Nick is right. By default, it's with Angular, and Angular is cool, and TypeScript is yes. Amazing. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the calendar as well. It should be really cool. You're welcome. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Hopefully Carl will join.
So my live share is booting. Just one second.
No problem. Okay, I should read the error from the beginning, trying to skim read. Please import the top level FullCalendar lib before attempting to import a plugin. So it's saying, maybe I should go to the documentation on FullCalendar. Oh wow, it's quite seems really quite powerful in terms of time grid view, list view. Wowza. This is going to be epic. I think Francesco hasn't arrived yet. He did say he had 3 live streams today, but I think he's going to love this. This is great. Time zones. We definitely need time zones, so that is epic. Cool. It has touch as well, which is for tablets and stuff like that. So it's very, very cool. Really nice calendar.
Do you need the core package of it? If you take a look at the imports of the in the package JSON and then in the documentation, you're importing a FullCalendar from PrimeReact FullCalendar.
Yeah.
Maybe you need the core FullCalendar package for it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Is that?
I'm not sure, but maybe.
Let's have a look. You're probably right. You're usually right. So let's have a look. Did you manage to get the link and join, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
It's loading.
Oh, it's loading. Okay. Doesn't say that I've got you yet. Okay. Taking quite a while. It's usually pretty quick. You might have to try again or do an update. I think I did get an update request for my VS Code, but I don't remember if I did it or not.
I restarted.
Okay, I might have to do the same. So let's see. Anyone fixed it in the chat? Yeah, it does seem super, super awesome. And then in documentation, this is initialized with script tags, which we don't want, but we can have a look to see. Yes, you do need core, I think. I wasn't sure if where is it? The PrimeReact FullCalendar will have, I could probably click on it if it has the import already. I don't think it does. So I thought it might.
You could imagine that the PrimeReact FullCalendar is just the theming for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though. It's just assumptions.
Okay, so let's import the core as well then, and we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. But it says it's not used, so. Yes, it worked. Carl is right. That looks pretty cool. So it's marked today as Friday the 5th. So that date thing did work. It was quite smart, which is good. So let's make sure we put an event for tomorrow, and we'll see how it appears. So let's see. So we've got an event 2019. Okay, let's just change that. Why did I put 2019? 2021. It is November, which is 11, and tomorrow is the 6th. And so we'll do the same with that. Probably do need time. I need to check that as well. I probably need to do time actually. How did they put time in their data? Events. Okay, so they had start. Okay, so you can do, if you want time, you can do the full thing. Okay, perfect. So we can say T tomorrow, I don't know, 17:00:00, and we'll say it's 2 hours long. FullCalendar component is deprecated. Use FullCalendar component of FullCalendar React package. Okay, I'll have a look at that later on. It's working and I can dig deeper. If someone can raise an issue with this message, that would be really useful. Okay, everyone's still awake? You're still with us? It's Friday. I know it's late in some places.
So there was some VS Code update, as you said, and now
there was.
It's loading my live share again.
Okay.
Oh, now something happens. Hopefully it's working now.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was an update this morning. I'm pretty sure I did it as well, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know how it goes.
I don't know when I used the local VS Code for the last time, to be honest.
What did I miss? So why is it not being displayed? I'm passing it the data. So we are passing it events, and we are passing it options. Won't check the options. Day grid plugin, time, interactive, default to month. We've got today's date, which it appears. Header left and right, center title. And then right, okay, editable false. There you go, Carl has joined. So yes, oh, we've got you there. Perfect.
So now, yeah, it's loaded, finally.
Cool. So all from their config, all I changed was editable false. But maybe that is something we can enable in the future. We will see. So why doesn't it show our event is the question. Tomorrow is the 6th. I think that's pretty sure I put the date incorrectly. Not incorrectly. I added it correctly. Incorrectly is a bad thing. Year, month, day, T. It hasn't got a time zone at the end, so that's okay. I think I'm pretty happy with my date and time. Oh, I put start and start. That's a bit stupid. So that should be end. Let's have a look. Still did not appear.
Can I try out something?
Yeah, do it. Let's follow you. And Carl usually fixes my stuff, so that's good. Follow participant. Commenting all out my code. Wow. Okay. I bet you... Emma might have fixed it. Thank you, Emma. Eagle eyes, always spotting my mistakes. Emma suggests I can't remember what I put. Oh, I put 6. It should be 06. Yes, I think you're right, Emma. Hey Yash, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. Raj, how you doing? Great to be here. Awesome to have you here, Geek Out with us.
Can you recheck if it added something now?
Yeah, let's check. Yes, it did. What did you do?
I just more or less copied the date format from the documentation.
I think, okay. So I think, let's just check Emma's theory, because I think Emma's right. I think it was the 6.
I just wanted to check out if something with the import is wrong or with the component.
That's a really good idea to go back to basics. What's this? No, don't want to exit. 06 and 06. Let's save it. Yes, okay, it appeared. Interesting why yours was blue. Oh,
I think mine is commented out. I think mine isn't shown.
It did show blue though, which was quite interesting.
Because it was over more than a day. It was from 6th of November until 7th
I see.
November.
Got you. Okay, so Emma, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for spotting that. Really, really helps. Okay, so that works. And then you click it, it actually goes to the link, which is pretty cool. So that's really awesome. I'm loving this calendar. This is really good. Okay. Okay, we need now the click. We don't want it to go to the link. We want it to go into maybe an overlay to show the description. I could always go, that's different month. We also want to have it so we could go to maybe a bigger view with less events, like a week, so we could see more of the title. But I think the clicking is probably more important. So if we go to the documentation, here we go. I think something like this, click, and then from there, could we do, there is an overlay or something, or not pop up, but.
I don't know, maybe you have to look in the calendar documentation instead of the PrimeReact.
Oh,
I could imagine.
I don't know if they have that functionality. Demos, let's have a look at the demos and see. Resource, selectable dates, background events, theming. I don't know if they're going to have that. I don't know if they're going to have that functionality. I have a feeling they would move that over to whatever's been using it. There was overlays. Here we go. I wonder if we can do a dialogue, something like this, which will be our card with more information about the event. What's overlay panel? Nah, I don't think so. I think, what does everyone think of this? Something like that. We can try it. Okay, I'm going to go a bit Wild West here and just, give it a go. Let's see. What do we all think? Okay, we can do a console log to begin with first, actually. Let's just check it works. So if I go back to the calendar. And then we go to, not the inline calendar, not that one, full calendar. And the example had, here we go, date clickable. Or that might be for callbacks of the full calendar, such as date click, are also defined. I wonder if that is going to be when you click on, it's part of options. It's when you click on, I don't think it's going to be clicking on the event. We can do a console log and see. I have a feeling that might be, oh, mine keeps jumping to yours. How do I unfollow you?
You can just hit the purple. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to kick you out. I didn't want to hit that X and it just booted you out. So we do a console log here and see what is in there. I wonder if it's specific to that event that is clicked. So let's have a look. So if I click here, it does send through an event. We can see it here. Right, let me go to console. If I click this, it tells us the day. But if I click a specific one, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Let me remove
Maybe
the
you have
URL.
Yes, exactly what I wanted to say.
Or we could prevent. Maybe prevent. I don't know if prevent would work. Or not. Sorry, event. Prevent default or whatever. But I don't know if that would work. No. Okay. Let's remove. Where is it? URL. Comment that out for now. And no, you can't. You can click on anywhere else in the calendar, but not on the event itself. Okay. I have to read the docs. There must be something, like you said, maybe in the actual selectable dates, theming, locales, drag and drop events. Drag and drop is pretty cool. But that's demos. Let's go to docs. Getting started, date library, overall display, sizing, views. I do like the different views that you can have, like list view. That's pretty awesome. It takes care of that already. Date selecting. I don't know if there's here we go, event model, event source, event display. Clicking and hovering. Okay, they do have it. I wonder how we tie into this though. Event click, how we can add that. Okay. I might have to look off stream so everyone doesn't watch me read documentation. If you're not going Wild West, you're not really coding. Just experiment and try. Exactly. I love it. It's part of the fun. It's like, yes, it worked. Don't know what I did, but it worked. Always good fun. Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. So what I suggest is maybe let me just check some of these issues, make sure we've got enough raised. Yes. Okay. Add link to Twitter. Loving all these. Add GitHub. Gitpod to the project. So maybe we'll get Carl to Gitpodify the project so you can all contribute a lot easier. And then we'll see how we get on as well. We have no pull requests. So glad you all got some green squares, but help your diamond graph on your GitHub profile and do some of these. So Carl, if I let you drive, if you're happy to add Gitpod and make it easier.
I suggest that you do it and you drive and I'll give you the tips.
Oh no, I have to drive. This is quite scary. Okay. So if I remember from the documentation, I have to bring up the documentation. You know this off by heart, I know. But just to show everybody documentation, getting quick start. Oh, actually, I do.
I think you need to go to configure on the left.
Okay, next one. Okay, I was close. Yeah, so it's the Gitpod YAML. Okay, and yeah, okay, we'll do it this way. Configure Gitpod YAML. Okay. So tasks, the init, and then the command, and then ports. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Let's have a look. .gitpod.yaml. Okay. I'll get rid of the comments because I clearly know what I'm doing. Copying and pasting from the documentation. We're going to do npm install to start the project, and then we're going to do npm start. And it's going to be on 3000. I'm open on preview. Is that good?
I think.
Oh, not 3000, not 2000.
But yeah, it needs to be 3000. Yeah, that's probably actually it. You can add the pre-built snippet to it, and then it should be ready to go.
Okay, I need to add the pre-build. What's that?
That it pre-builds the pull requests and the main branch and stuff.
Oh, yes. Okay. So to do this, I want to look at documentation again. As Nick rightfully pointed out, reading documentation is important, but I can't read, so that's why it's really bad. I just skip over and copy and paste code. But you're right. People need to understand that reading documentation is important. Because I don't know why people always ask questions, I suppose, which I've just done. And then I share the documentation link with them and they say thanks. Okay. Go to Gitpod, GitHub app. We've got that already. So that's installed in our organization already.
Yeah.
And so choose the organizer. That part's done. What else do I need to do? Sorry.
You can scroll down a bit. There's a code snippet for the pre-builds.
Oh, yeah. Got you. Okay. And I'm going to copy all of that. That's what I do. Okay. Enable for the default branch, defaults to true. Yes. It says master. Should that be main?
I think it needs to be master if I'm not completely wrong.
It's just the way they've written
I never tested it, to be honest.
Okay, as long as it works. And it did say enable for the default branch. It's just maybe the naming is a bit confusing. I think that should be main, but we can test it out and see. Enable for all branches, defaults to false. We definitely want to enable it for all branches. Enable for pull request, yes. So when people do pull request, I can review it very easily by just clicking a Gitpod link in the pull request. Super, super helpful. Oops. Coming from forks as well. Yes, please. Add a check to the pull request.
Yep.
Default is yes, so that sounds great. Add review in Gitpod button. Yes, that is super helpful. I love that button. I think it's the button I click the most in GitHub. Like clicking it all the way. Add a review in Gitpod button to the pull request description. Defaults to false.
I normally
you put yes, I think.
Change comment to false and batch to true.
Yes, okay, that's what we usually have, and that's what I prefer. So yes, perfect.
Yeah, I think it's
like that.
Ready
to do it. Okay, let's do the commits. There is an issue number for that, so let's have a look. We have Gitpod. Mohan, thank you very much. Number 14. So I'm just going to commit this, nothing else. So if I do these, I'm going to add the Gitpod. So you can see now that this is staged. So you can do things in different ways. There's so many different ways. You could go, you don't have to stage it, and I could go git commit and specify the file. And then in that way, it would just commit that file, or I could not specify the file and it would commit whatever's staged. In this case, it's green. So this is what is staged. And this is on the right column as M. They're modified and they're not staged. So there's different ways you can do it. I always like to specify just so there's no confusion. But when you have more files, it gets a bit long sometimes. So staging sometimes is a bit easier. So feature Gitpodify project. Is that actually an official term? Podify? Gitpodify?
Gitpodify, yes.
Oh, it is. Okay. Number 14. I want to commit that, and I want to push it to main.
To say with Nick words, everyone in the chat should close their eyes when committing to main.
Yeah. Nick said that last time. I think he was holding back this time. But we paired on it, so it's not as bad. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So that's done. So now, if I refresh this, we should see that commit has come in. So I'm going to close this, and a pull request has come in. Yes. I came in like a minute or two before we did Gitpodify. So we need someone else to create a pull request. But let's have a look. And when people, when raising pull request, don't say solves issue. You need to use the terminology that helps maintainers. You can use fixes or closes, and then that way, when we do merge the pull request, it automatically closes the issue as well. So let's have a look. You need a line at the end here. DS Store. I'm not a fan of including DS Store. People should manage their own ignores, whatever platform they're on. Otherwise, you get like hundreds of these. But you got Dockerfile, which is cool, and you do need a blank line ending at the end. Awesome. Okay, I will review this later on, and see too. I don't think we need these line breaks as well, but I'll have a review later on. But this looks good. Thank you very much. I don't think we need the package JSON either, because you haven't made any package JSON. Oh, sorry, the package lock JSON, because you haven't made any package JSON changes. But that looks good. Okay, go back to issues. So that one is now closed. So someone's going to pull request. So Carl, do you want to get some green squares and make some pull requests for today and see if it works? Let me see. And if I add you to the project as well, what's an easy one for you to do? You could add the MIT license, or you could add a code of conduct.
I can add the MIT license real quick.
Yeah, whatever's easiest. Or in fact, if you see something else, maybe the package JSON, the title's correct.
I think the MIT license, I can.
Okay, sounds good. Hey Abbas, how you doing? No, the live stream has not just started. We're finishing up soon. We've been going for like an hour and a half. Are you all like partying too much? I know you young kids are always out partying, having dinner and so forth. No, I'm just joking. It's Friday. It's good to get a break. And then you have the whole weekend to rest as well as do some work as well. Yes, cool. Okay, so I'll just show you what we built if you just joined. I say we built this. We didn't quite build this. But we've got our community events calendar. We do need a title at the top. Someone can raise an issue, get a green square. Let me share the repo again. So if someone could raise an issue, and I think we need a title to this. I could quickly add this as well.
Oh, I can't click on propose new file.
Oh, you're not a maintainer on the project. Let me do that quickly now.
Yeah, but I think when proposing it should.
You have to do it in a fork then. Yeah, that should work.
Oh yeah, that you're right.
But I'll add you, don't worry. So we have the project is
Awesome.
event calendar. So event calendar, and we're going to create the team. I will add Carl and add the project just to make it a bit easier. Carl, invite. My password is 123. Just joking. Repositories. Was it event calendar? I forgot what we called it now. Event calendar. Okay, here we go. Done. Okay, so if someone could, raise an issue for add title to the calendar. Yes, perfect. Let's do that. I'm keen. While we're waiting for the pull request to test out the Git podification, I'm going to go to PrimeReact, and I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to call it. There is. I like this menu bar. I think it looks really good. I don't know what you all think of it, and we can change it later. But let's just have a look. Here we go. I think it's not that one. Not menu down the left. Menu bar. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to grab this, and we need to break the project out into components. So that's another issue that someone can create because this file is really long. So let me do another one. Oh, we're not using dialog, so let me ditch dialog. Menu bar and menu items. So let's put this in at the top here in the header. There we go. And then items, we're going to keep it really, really simple. These ones are quite long. I don't think we need this many. We're just going to grab, we don't have search. We could just put the name, I suppose. Label.
Oh, GitHub tells me you're making changes in a project. You don't have write access to submitting a change. We'll write it to you.
You might need to refresh the page because I added you after you had it opened. That was the problem.
Just do a hard refresh.
That's the only thing. We haven't got a logo, but we can do. I'll just put the bar in and put some. I suppose I can put the search. So let's have a look. What have we got? The search. Oh, there you go. You put the search at the end, so we can do that. So we've got no items, but we'll just put the search here. So what we can do is next to models, but we're actually going to remove models because we don't have that. So hopefully this looks okay. Input. Oh yeah, need to include input as well. Let's do that too.
I can't propose it. I don't know what's wrong with GitHub.
It doesn't like you. Don't worry. Let me think. What else can you do? Well, I was just adding this title bar. You can always do this as well. Menu bar from PrimeReact.
But I think it worked. I just tested it with my with the Gitpod extension, and it looked like the
it did work. Okay.
Pre-build was done.
Input text. I think this might be. Is it input text? Is that how they name it? No, input text is not defined. How do they call it? Let me see. Input text. It is. Oh, what did I write? Input text. Input text. What's wrong with that? I probably made a spelling. PrimeReact input text. That looks correct to me. And what did I use down here? Input text. Okay. I'm going to leave that off. We're going to have nothing in the menu bar, just the menu bar at the top, I think. Keep it really simple. And I can add some more. You can see it's really small at the top. I was going to try and put the writing in there in the search bar, but I will do it later on. One thing at a time, trying to do too much. Okay, so have you got a pull request or not yet?
No, I'm still fighting with this.
No worries. Oh, I know why. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I added the repo, but I didn't change the permissions. I'm so sorry. I can't multitask. I actually can't multitask. Event calendar. Here we go. This is the repo. So I added the repo. I was really smart, but it defaults to read. So I want to add write or admin or whatever it is. I don't know what the difference is. Can also manage issues and pull requests. Yes. Okay. Now try. It will work.
Fingers crossed.
It will. Okay. What's heartbreaking?
Yeah, now it works.
Riaz, hope I pronounced your name right. We're awesome to have you here. You've got this. Thanks for the support, Nitesh. I need it. Been going for like almost 2 hours. I'm starting to flake now, running out of steam. Hey, JJ Thompson, awesome to have you here. Using single quotes. What did I do? Oh, was that the issue?
Can you give me the issue number for the license, please?
Yes. 12. It's great to see that lots of people getting green squares. We've had, that would be 17 I think, yeah, 17 issues in total created today. It's awesome, everyone. 17 green squares, everybody. But okay, so let me try putting that back. Was it the single quotes that were the issue? Let me have a look. So I put in input text, search text, and at the top here I had input text from PrimeReact. That looks good. I'm gonna copy and paste it from the documentation because I probably done a typo or something. Right, if I copy that and put it over there, but it looks okay. It looks exactly the same.
What I've seen so far.
Oh, it worked this time.
Everything works.
Okay.
The pull request is opened.
Pull request is open. Let's have a look. So we have another pull request. Create license. Got Gitpod. So let me do a click and check. Continue with GitHub. Okay. And what's that other thing? Did we do pre-builds? Yes, we did.
Yes.
So that's for the faster loading. Is that correct? That's pretty fast. So if anyone wants to contribute to the project, that's how fast it is. And it is the previous code, not the code I've just done because I haven't committed it yet. So you can contribute straight away just by just clicking on. We'll put one in the README. We need one in the README actually as well. So who wants a green square? Can someone add a Gitpod badge to the README? And what does I'll raise an issue. So therefore I can put in the link. Do you know or can you raise an issue, Carl? Do you know the link of the badge? Like, can you put the markdown that people need?
Yes, I can.
And then someone can raise that pull request. We'll get them a green square for the commit and a green square for the pull request and help their diamond triangle as well. I was using double quotes. I let the Prettier just automatically recorrect it for me. And it ended up being double quotes as well. It ended up changing to double quotes from the single ones anyway when I saved it. It's just I use the vanilla setting. I don't change those. Or do you mean down here? Maybe down here I had it wrong. Probably. But we got it there in the end. So thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this one's Carl has done MIT license. So let me review that. We're good. Oh, don't want to add a file. Thanks. And remember, everyone, you can review other people's pull requests. It helps with your triangles. So if I just do, I want to squash that. Squash merge. Docs 19. There we go. I need to add that to the settings. Make sure we do some squashing on the merge. Let's go into settings. We're going to turn off wiki. Don't need that. We do want issues. Let's add the sponsorship as well. But someone needs to add a config for that. So you can go to any of our other repos in our organization and just copy and paste the config and add that to this project. So someone can raise an issue for that as one green square, and someone can raise a pull request for that as well. I really appreciate it. We'll enable discussions. Merging. We want to squash. I think that looks good.
It's issues opened.
Okay, perfect. So everyone, if anyone wants to do this, you can add this snippet to the top of the README, and then the badge will appear so other people can contribute to the project really easily. Green triangles. It does help with your triangles. Green triangles. Yes, there is a green triangle, but just one. But you want to try and get it as a diamond shape as much as possible. Okay, awesome. I've got the search, but the search doesn't do anything, so I probably want to disable the search, otherwise people might get a bit confused. I think I can add, is it disabled, disabled? Disabled, disabled. There we go, so you can't use it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, but I'm impressed with that calendar. It's just a click I need to have a look at and see. I've removed the URL now, so it's not going anywhere. We somehow have that click event to display some more information. We've got the deprecation notice as well to have a look at. Yeah, I think it's a good start. I think this will definitely is a good start, and people can start contributing. And also, another item is someone can raise an issue to move the data to JSON files, and then guess we'll move it to our API again later on. So that big block of data can get moved, and also we can split this into components. Or probably don't need to at the moment because it's quite a small page anyway. 2 green squares, 2 green triangles makes a green square. Yeah, that's true. Awesome. Well, it's probably a good place to stop there. I would like to merge in the person who creates the pull request for this. Who is creating the pull request for issue 20? Let me share a link in the chat. It is literally copy and paste this into the README, and we'll get that merged in, and then that can really help other people. And I'm going to now close this Gitpod environment, but that all worked. That's awesome. The project is now Gitpodified. Carl, thank you so much.
No problem.
Always helping me, and thank you everyone who was in the chat who was helping me as well. And I'm always making lots of mistakes, and like Nick says, it's really important to show the struggles. Otherwise, when I do a 10-minute video of me building like a full stack app, and the amount of messages I get going, Eddie, when can I get as fast as you? When can I build an app like you in 10 minutes? I'm thinking, that app took me like 3 days. You just saw that the best 10 minutes. I was Googling and I was stuck and I had errors. So yes, it's good to show the authentic side. I really, really appreciate that. But I think it's a good place to end there. I don't think the pull request has come in yet. Oh, it has. Code of conduct. Awesome. Okay. Code of conduct got added. Oh, I don't know why we've got all these extra changes in here for the code of conduct. Docker file changes. We just want the code of conduct files. I think you didn't create a new branch. You created you created a new branch, but I think you created it from your other pull request. So that's why they contain both. We can sort that out after the live stream, but it's always better if the features or bug fixes, whatever they are, the contributions are independent. Do them in separate branches, but always create the branch from the default branch. Therefore, things can get merged independently because now your second PR is blocked by your first one. And it's harder to review and give feedback and so forth. Awesome. Okay, Carl, have a great weekend. And,
yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining me on the stream. Thank you everyone for joining me in the chat. Do go check out each other in socials, on Twitter, and in Discord. We can chat between live streams and videos. I will have no live streams for the next 2, potentially 3 weeks because I'm traveling. I don't know what the internet's like at the places I'm staying, so hopefully there might be some, but I'll need to test it and see. And also, I will have extra videos hopefully coming out over the next 2 weeks to compensate. But I will be on GitHub. I will be geeking out with you all, and I will see you in Discord as well. So yeah, thanks everyone. I will bring the holding page up and everyone say thank you to Carl and everyone else who was helping in the chat as well. So thank you to each other. I really appreciate it. Bye everyone.
See you.